Welcome back to The Watch and the third part of the Rings of Power behind the scenes. How are we doing, everyone? How are we all coping mentally?
Why doesn't this work?
We are all doing fantastic today.
Good.
No, we're not. I don't want to do this. I've had enough. This is so stupid, okay? At some point, it just becomes a little too much.
I'm sure this one will be good. I have hope for this one. This one will be alright.
You have hope.
Yes.
Alright, so without further ado, let's get started.
What is this place?
The island kingdom of Numenor.
Ugh, it's a gag every time I hear it. Stop it! It's not how it's said.
And she never went to Numenor.
Exactly. Just say Numenor. It's not just...
Numenor.
Oh, I claim every time I hear it. I want to die.
It is a map. It speaks not only of a place.
I like how they're not even like...
Yeah, alright. No, let's not talk about the Halfwoods, alright?
We're just jumping around again. We're just spazzing out.
Fun fact, right, two things here. Last episode, I didn't realise until I had to go back and look at the full episode, they completely ignore the hobbits in behind the scenes in the last episode.
But we're not complaining about that. So.
No.
No, it's a shock that like, oh, they forgot about the hobbits.
By the way, this is the episode where they leave their own to die.
Yeah. Other thing too, though, they talk about Numenor, and then they're showing the hobbits. Like, you're not matching what
No,
you're
they're
saying
actually talking
here.
about a map. You know, a map that... It's pretty obvious what that mark was, but no, let's not talk about that.
1,000 years it took it.
1,000 years to find a... Okay.
But a plan. If Sauron has indeed...
Right.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
This was...
Remember that giant trench?
Yeah, all that tree.
Covered in flags?
That single tree that... Oh, there's so many
What?
things wrong. Like...
We can't... It's making of... We can't rip into the episode again. Even though
It
I'm
just
sure
reminded-
Tyrant would have a lot of things to
It's
say.
just one of those things. It's like if Sauron has indeed returned with the Southlands, just being. It's like Sauron's literally standing next to her and being like, "If Sauron has returned," while he's right there. It's like he's probably just like, "Yeah, if you."
I just want to be a blacksmith.
Yeah, maybe he just wants to be left alone. Hey, have you ever thought about that, Galadriel? Maybe Sauron wants to move on.
Maybe you can turn him back and be his side chick.
You can fix him.
Yes!
Wanted to experience it from our characters' perspectives. There's a beautiful long estuary that takes ships
What?
from the sea.
What the hell's an estuary?
I'm guessing it's...
A little river in between
Yeah.
two
Is that
land
it?
masses. I don't know.
Why
but
say
I'm
it like
assuming
I'm assuming, yeah, they're using
I'm
big
assuming,
words. Just
yeah.
like, a little river. No, he just says an estuary.
Does everyone on this production use big words but don't just...
Well, I'm surprised they're even showing us this. They're not showing us just like people riding on horses while he's saying that. So at least it matches
At
up.
least it's context, yeah.
Yay. Something.
To the city. There are these huge carved stone heads coming from the Southlands. Hal is used to men that...
The fact they call him Hal. Hey, Hal, how's it? Like, imagine calling Sauron, like,
Hang on a
Bob.
second.
He's my
Hang on a
buddy.
second.
Like,
Isn't 2001 A Space Odyssey about an evil robot called
Yeah,
Hal?
Hal 9000.
yeah. You reckon they got Hal?
I don't know,
from-
maybe.
There's a connection there. A conspiracy, you might say.
I mean, isn't Hal 9000 also an eye?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
don't
guess
know.
they saw.
I don't know, maybe.
I guess they saw that movie and didn't bother
It just
reading the
makes it
books.
more obvious if that's what they decided to do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what they did. I just find it interesting.
Also, I love the fact that,
Oh, Tyron, you like that armor?
No, I was about to say the armor looks terrible.
you know, that's the armor.
Do you-
and-
Well, what's wrong with it from a craftsman perspective?
Well, look at it. I mean, seriously, it's just a flat piece of leather or polyurethane or whatever they're using. And you can even see the moobs.
Yeah. Well, you don't like moob armor.
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a fan of that.
What
No,
I
I
find...
agree.
Okay, good, I'm glad you agree. What I find funny is that they're... Even though we all know now that Halbrand is Sauron, they're acting as if like, oh yeah, Halbrand? He's just a regular guy from the Southlands, you know, where he's been at. Like, no, he was Sauron before this! You should have context for that, because he wasn't just a man in a rundown village beforehand.
Yeah.
He was Saron.
Because they're talking about him as just like a normal dude. It's like, no, this is behind the scenes.
Yeah,
It's
you can
like,
say he's Saron.
I wonder if they're
you
going
can
to
say that he's like, oh, he's infiltrating or he's doing this, but there's like, no, he came from a really sad place.
Yeah.
And now he's just come to a nice big city. He's a country boy. Like,
when you put it that way, it's even more cringe.
it's
Yeah.
Sauron.
I'm just trying to understand. Halbrand just confuses me, because I wonder if they're going to bring up the fact that the actor didn't even know he was Sauron.
No, I don't
like
even think
3
people
episodes or
on
something.
set and like his directors knew until the last episode.
Oh yeah, because that's their big secret. We got to keep that one. Ugh.
You know,
It's not like it was leaked and
or like the script gave it away in his
or the
first
script
line.
gave it away. Nah,
Or-
these writers are very
every
intelligent.
every single review from Gary just opens up with,
I know.
so Sauron.
Legend.
Everything's pretty run down. So I think he's pretty impressed and amazed that men can create a kingdom such as that.
He's f***ing Sauron.
Oh wow. This is, okay, the actor is.
He's saying it as if he doesn't know.
He didn't know, I don't think. Oh, mate.
Hang on a
okay,
sec.
here's my other question. Was this
Oh,
filmed
so annoying.
before or after the series came out? Like, are they filming this during production?
I don't know. It's probably
'Cause
during.
Maybe they just tricked him like, oh, you're just this regular guy, and so he's playing usual, and then he finds out he's Saron, so he's just like, what?
Well,
I'm Saron?
Well, yeah, everything I said was stupid.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you made me look like a complete moron. Especially seeing as Sauron's the one that corrupts 9 kingdoms of men.
Yeah, like you've never seen men
You've never
build
seen
anything?
great
Yeah.
kingdoms. I'm
Alright,
pretty sure
right.
the Witch King had an awesome one. Seriously, go look at the Witch King's cities and stuff. The art is gorgeous.
We shot a lot of our in-camera stuff from the shoulders of Galadriel and Halbrand looking up. Just a
It's such an obvious
Ooh,
set as well.
Yeah.
Wow, it's worse than I
It
thought.
really cuts off as well. Like, obviously, that's what sets are like. Like, they usually cut off when the camera's not going to be there more.
Why not just go to like a Mediterranean area and film there?
Mm.
Like House of the Dragon
I mean,
did.
if you have the money, who cares? Do it.
Yeah,
to really sell all that sense of scale. More importantly, make this place feel huge.
just tiny.
Keep moving. We don't want to be lost here without an escort.
What? Just in the streets?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, I should. I'm not sure if you know that. That's Elendil.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I
cool.
know. I know.
That's
Right?
sad. Do you have anything to say about Elendil? I just want to hear your take on that.
Well, obviously it's but I'm trying to focus on what they're saying, and what they're saying is, don't stay in this little part of the town.
Town
You're going to
that's,
get shanked. Basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, by a man that's probably a guy that
Look
wants
at
his
this
job.
great city. There's a marvelous civilization. All these, like, laws have built. But don't go around that. Oh, no. That alleyway's dangerous.
Yeah.
Numenorians are larger than life in Tolkien's mythology.
What does that even mean?
Actually,
Larger than life.
no, I'd say that about elves more than Numenorians, but Numenorians are very important.
Yeah, but I get where they're coming
Yeah,
from because
it's
Numenorians,
not-
they're
it's
not
like a
they're
nothing.
not normal humans. So
Yeah,
like
that's true.
they're cooler than the regular dude.
Yeah, of course.
But
And it would have
this-
been great to see them accurately
Yeah,
represented
this
on
is
screen.
just like normal people. So
Yeah.
what you're saying doesn't match up there.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And we want Numenor to be impressive. We want Numenorians themselves to feel
That's the writer I want to be silent the most, okay?
strong, regal, powerful, worthy of being the greatest civilization Middle Earth ever to exist.
I don't buy it. Not in this show.
They just feel like a regular civilization.
Especially when all the elf kingdoms are so much cooler and like so much awe-inspiring.
Well, not in this
Even
show.
the dwarves are cooler, I feel like.
Yeah,
Honestly, in this
Yeah.
one, dwarves are better.
Yeah.
The dwarves are like the MVPs.
He is the first elf in hundreds of years to end up stepping foot on Numenor. The Numenorians looking at her as a relic, and she's looking at them as kind of a relic as well.
What?
Okay.
Why would an elf look at
Anything
them
as a relic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everything is a relic.
And she's been alive, or she's been hunting Sauron for 1,000 years. I feel like 100 years is just going to be like another week for her.
Yeah.
Meth, can you stop talking?
Like,
It's literally like 100 years is a bit of mere blink in the eye of an elf.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Which is also a bit of a weird.
Like, Elrond just like forgot about.
but it's true though. They live for thousands of years. So 100 years or 1,000 years.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't
is
be like that
nothing.
much time for them, but still, they feel something.
Yeah, but when you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
something's a relic, it means that it's even older than you. And you
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Either way, she's an idiot.
A man
and an elf together. It
But
tears
it's
a hole
not
in
that
everybody.
uncommon.
Well, a man and an elf together.
Yeah, a man and an elf together. Like, oh really? You're race mixing? That's like.
This reality. What is that going to do?
Anywhere,
It's not going to do
That's
anything.
Farazan.
it's better than here, where I'm hated by all who see me.
Why?
Ah, just so.
You see, we're getting caught up in the episode again.
I love how you get literally from one scene to the next. She just has a permanent scowl on her face.
Yep. I want to say it. I don't know if you'll have to bleep it. Rest face all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Lali Sanke Luilquen, Irinya.
She's come from Ballet, so she's the oldest, but I would say she's one of the most out of touch because of that. And she...
Also, at least you know she's out of touch. But she's...
Yeah, but
How is she simultaneously the oldest / most immature and irritating?
Yeah.
Like you can't be both.
No, you really can't. Oh, this is Galadriel we're talking about. Oh, why? Every time. An aristocrat elf.
I was about to say, she's a kind of an aristocrat elf. Really? 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 Alright. I don't think you know what the definition of that word means.
She's kind of the aristocrat elf. Then you have the wood elves, who haven't come from Valinor and who have been
I'll give it that.
told
Looks
to
like
watch over all these men. Her consequences are all in her own mind and her own sorrow, whereas
She's not even thinking
What?
about them, though. Where did that connection come from?
I
Just-
don't
Just
know.
stream of consciousness. Whatever that comes out, comes out.
Say a bunch of crap. Okay, I'll say a bunch of crap.
Because for the whole series, both of those arcs were disconnected until the very end when Galadriel showed up. But even then, didn't care about the elves. It was about the Southlanders and
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't know why she's sitting there saying, "Oh, it was on Galadriel's mind about the wood elves," and it's like,
No, it wasn't.
If we get into Galadriel's motivations and feelings about anything, you're gonna find more problems.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Arondir's consequences are in his day-to-day life.
And here we are. The trenches.
Oh, those trenches that should have been noticed by everyone. With eyes.
And mind
Especially
you-
elves. Elves should have noticed this thing, and they somehow didn't.
Also, the trenches, they're little river streams that go to the volcano.
Oh yeah, because we need an origin for Mount Doom.
And so, there's so many dumb things in the trench. Like,
How are they hidden?
How are they
How
hidden?
did no one find them?
Why is there a tarp over it? Why are the orcs building these trenches? Like,
Oh, the tarp.
why did you just chop down a tree in a trench and just go around it?
I hope we have that visual of the tarp over the trench, because have you seen that visual?
Yeah. I love how
Okay,
in the first episode, we're starting off with just like a troll for
Mm.
5 minutes.
Yep.
Now this episode, we're just
Jumping around everywhere.
let's do everything.
Yeah. This happened, and this happened, and this
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, and they're not explaining.
None of it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Tell us about the making of, like what you did.
It's
Not-
more like the
not these idiot actors talking.
Like when I think of making of, I want to see behind the scenes
Yep.
content. I want to see the characters in character acting behind the character. I want to see what the like the different prop departments, all these different things. I don't care what the actors are thinking. I genuinely just don't care what you think about
I'm
your
just
character.
gonna say it. Halo had better special features. And that's a terrible, terrible TV show, but it has better special features than this.
Yeah, like when you got people sitting down like this with a blurry background, with
Where
logo
they're just
effect,
saying
it's like,
random
that's not behind the scenes, that's just another press interview.
Yeah. Except it's even worse because they're just cutting random bits
Yeah.
of it. It's not even proper interview.
Yeah.
Where I lived for so many months.
Oh, you poor
He
man.
laughed. Like,
You
he's like,
poor man. I was in
I-
a trench. I'm in pain. Can I leave the show?
Please fire me. Which apparently he's not coming. He hasn't been given a contract for season 2.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's just apparently.
Hey, maybe he can go find another show and he'll be great in that. I wish him the
When you
best.
Look at this world, you know you're looking at an orc world.
Give it to the Orcs. They look good. I don't understand why they're white. Or maybe I do understand why they're white.
That tarp isn't even covering them from the sun.
Oh yeah, no, right. That is the same
Like, look
thing
at that
with
light
episode.
seeping through. Like,
Yeah.
that's not gonna do anything. Like, I understand that orcs aren't vampires, but in the context of this show...
The show thinks they are.
But it doesn't even make sense for the world because they're wearing these draped hoods over themselves and the sun's still coming through. And other times when they touch the sun, it burns them to a crisp, and other times it just doesn't affect them. Like, they got magic hoods at once, it's on the... Like, the sun can't touch them even though it hit their face.
I'm sorry. They're white and they have magic white hoods.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
I'm just thinking about it from a practical standpoint. I'm pretty sure if you want to block out sun, you use black fabric. You wouldn't use white fabric because it lets light through.
No, but
As we set up cameras and sets and stuff, so like they're using white fabric there, and all the lights coming through. Like
no, but they gotta wear white hoods.
yeah, exactly. Like
For
why are
a reason.
They're white orcs wearing white hoods with white tarps on top of like.
with the express purpose of blocking out light.
Yeah.
Which none of those things do.
No.
With
Yeah.
that color.
Wow. Should have been on set to tell them.
Let's go.
The canvases across the top of that gave it that kind of warmth in there.
What?
And the chaos of the shapes. We're echoing all the way back to Morgoth.
No, you're not. What are you talking about? How are you echoing back to Morgoth?
I like that one. So we couldn't be bothered cutting out proper tarp shapes. We just did whatever we wanted, and that's so chaotic because it echoes back to Morgoth. You sound like an English teacher reading a bit too much into it there. What was that?
That. I mean, that's where it learned to
no.
See those chains on the floor? They're in such a chaotic fashion. They represent the Balrogs being oppressed by Morgoth. Look, it's just like
And bound to his service.
It's that same level of.
that level of what are you talking
Although,
about?
again, I gotta ask, why are you constantly bringing up Morgoth?
And he's not even in it. Like,
He's not in it. He's, what, one shadow equals, oh yeah, we're gonna call back to Morgoth. It's like, I'm telling you, they thought they were doing a Silmarillion show. They must have.
I can just imagine them on set, like they're walking out of the car park, and what was that in the shadows? It was Morgoth. Come on, let's get to our cars. Like, they keep talking about Morgoth, and he's nowhere to be seen.
I wonder how these people will react when they find out that Morgoth's like a giant. as well.
Yeah, he's like,
He's not a little guy. He's not actual shadows. He's an actual giant. Just go look at the art on the Silmarillion.
Many months. Been working on this fight and preparing for this.
Oh no! Really? Many months for that fight?
Yeah.
Oh!
Or it was
This
more
is
for
the tug
the,
of war fight we're talking about.
okay, so what annoys me about this is,
No.
remember this is supposed to be behind the scenes. So you're supposed to see raw actors and everything you're getting. This is clearly a composed shot.
Oh, yeah.
A proper cinematic shot.
Oh, yeah.
This is not behind the scenes. This is just more press.
Hmm.
Like,
It goes back to the whole gloss thing. You
Yeah.
can't see what's really going on.
Like,
No.
this tells me nothing except he's there posing for a shot and they're doing a slow motion reveal shot. Like, that's not behind the scenes.
No.
As Duran said, give it to me raw! Behind the scenes, I want it raw!
Had to progress
Wow, he's
slowly
so
forward,
closed off.
And then we start to finesse the character.
It's a different kind of elf.
That still looks so bad.
Why did he have
Why'd
to do
you-
a flip?
Why'd you do it like that? Because elves, right? Elves do crazy things.
Yeah.
We've watched the
They're
original movies.
Aerobatic.
You know, stealth, closer to the ground.
Ismail, when he's fighting,
Close to the ground, jumps 30 feet in the air. Yeah, okay.
Stealth. Full on, blown attack in broad daylight.
Broad daylight, yeah.
Yeah.
he's not afraid of being low to the ground.
What? What?
Who would be? Who goes to the ground and goes, ah! Ah!
Oh my god, we're low to the ground!
Guys! We're touching the...
The floor is lava!
basically. Like,
Literally in the show, the floor is lava.
Oh, what are they doing?
We went from
Why are you
showing
showing
Morgoth
us?
to putting him in wire rigs so he could fly through the air.
I'm not a fan of heights. It still gives me like a little bit because there's a moment of free falling. And even though I do get a bit scared, it's a lot of fun.
This is nowhere near as cool as Sean Bean being afraid of helicopters, so he
Walked
up
up
the
the
mountain.
Yeah, by himself.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you got
that's
nothing on that
different,
story.
yeah.
Yeah.
you still like the contrast of that though.
Yeah.
Where he's like, a little bit scared sometimes, I still feel fully, but it's
So that's
also
what I just
fun.
think about with just Sean Bean doing that. You look at what we used to have and now what we do have. Telling you, we used to have actors that did some insane stuff.
We've got the canopy that collects, and there's a mechanical release on each end of the
Oh,
tree
it's the tug
underneath
of war scene.
that the guys activate by a little pyrotechnic charge.
I like how symbolic that. Like
Right,
that
yeah.
guy, he's just like, all right, come in for a job. We're just gonna get this to fall down.
I like
And
how they're
that's-
focusing on possibly the worst scene in that episode.
Well, they probably spent a lot of money on
Yeah,
it.
that
so-
was another big budget scene that they spent
It
a
was
lot on.
so- I'd be embarrassed if I spent that much money on that. It's terrible. Everyone should be fired. Especially the extras. Ah, we're vampires.
If Sauron has returned, the Southlands are but the beginning.
Oh, you absolute
With the
muppet.
information about evil rising in the Southlands, one of the missions that we find Galadriel in is hunting for the sigil that she sees in Durnost.
That's what's called? I've never heard of that before.
Well, I mean, what? Do you think they're going to adhere to canon now? What, just
I don't-
now they're going to be like, oh yeah, we'll put some canon in now. They're just
I
doing whatever.
understand.
They're doing whatever.
I understand that. I just... Never mind. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm
I mean, hell, maybe Morgoth is in the shadows, just comes back randomly and just...
I mean, yeah. I don't know why I expected that they would get anything right.
The
Hall of Law. Oh, that doesn't roll off.
The Hall of Law.
The Hall of Whores? Whores? Law?
Hey, that's a hole I'll go to.
Again, it's shocking that Galadriel, again, searching for Sauron for 1,000 years. You know, I clarified now, 1,000 years,
It's only-
didn't think to go to the Hall of Law to figure out what the sigil meant.
But more importantly, why would it be at the Hall of Law? Like, why wouldn't it be, you know, in Middle-earth? Like,
Why
on
wouldn't
the
it be
actual-
with Gil-galad, who was supposed to be collecting all the information on Sauron at this point? Oh yeah, that was a thing that was in the books, by the way.
It had to be on Numenor, where she didn't go.
Yeah.
To a little Hall of Law, where she also didn't go, to figure out
I'm surprised I didn't talk about the horse riding.
that he's in the Southlands, which he's not.
No, he's not.
Look, it's one of those things where it's like, he's in the Southlands, we discovered this huge thing. And it's like, right, okay, but he's right over there.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Oh, they're gonna do it?
Are they going to show
Are
us?
they
the
gonna
shiny
do it?
stick?
Oh, I
Is
think
this
they
gonna
are.
happen? Oh,
Hey!
alright, here we are. Let's
Come on.
I want-
Come on.
Come on. Oh,
That's
no.
the scene when she's in this place. That's magic too.
Oh,
It certainly looked like it was magical.
Moment of freedom and release being on that horse.
You should choose your words more carefully.
Yeah.
Especially with...
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's creepy, man. And it's not just like, literally you do that to anybody on
man,
Earth, and it's
that
creepy.
horse, albino horse, is creepy.
Well, he looks like he's traumatized too.
He's like, what's on my back? Get off.
We really wanted to show just the pure joy of an ecstasy of being on a horse. Hollywood, calm down. What Spidey said? Okay, go back.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Go
whoa,
back.
whoa, whoa,
What is
whoa,
going
whoa,
on?
whoa,
I'm
whoa.
sorry, I was focused on the horse thing, and I was just like, wow. Is Monsieur Miss...
A Spidey sense?
Spidey
or as
sense,
we
or
call
call
it, Elfie sense.
Oh, what are you doing? Ah,
So,
colossal morons.
Well, I know what
She
I'm going to do
has
for the
the-
thumbnail for this one.
Oh, you got some material to work with.
dude, they're basically
Wow.
saying she does what we needed to do for the sake of the story because she
Yeah.
has a
Yeah, they admit it.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
She has
admitted
the
it.
Elfie sense.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Elfie
Elfie sense leads
But-
us to
but
the
it-
Hall of Law.
But it doesn't set her off that the guy literally standing next
Yeah,
to her.
there's no
is-
sense for that, is it?
Alright.
Not till the last episode. Like,
Yeah.
When he reveals it to her.
Which will be...
Wow, I'm sorry, that just...
I feel like this is just one of those things where if they had just a normal person, just
Hmm.
a regular dude,
Yep.
or even a regular chick, just on set, going like, "Hey guys, this is
Can you
kind
stop
of
acting-
what
Yeah.
he's doing. It's
Yeah.
kind
Can you
of
stop
stupid."
acting like retards? Just for like 5 minutes. That's all these go for.
Because you can tell that they're all really proud of themselves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially this one. I find it interesting that the other one doesn't show up in these.
Maybe it'll be in the next one.
To be fair, that's the one that's the biggest. Well, I guess you're not New Zealand anymore.
cultural impact of filming in New Zealand.
What about the environmental impact?
Yeah, we'll see if you get to go back. See? Couldn't be more proud.
Wow, that one was very revealing with a lot of things.
At least there was actually stuff in this one.
Yeah.
There was actually some meat on the bone of stupidity, let's be clear.
Like Elvis sense. We're using that for season 2.
Elfie
sense.
Okay.
If you say it fast enough, I wonder what happens.
I'm not going to. I'm really gonna stop. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed. We hope you enjoyed the other ones, and we hope that you'll enjoy the next one. So as always, stay on watch.